Day 12 at the Winter Youth Olympic Games, and New Zealand's free ski stars bring the haka to the half-pipe.
In six-team ice hockey, it's medals day. Czechia's men renew their rivalry with the United States.
A team title is on the line in Nordic combined, athletes jumping and racing for gold.
And accuracy is essential as curlers aim for the semi-finals. Welcome to the highlights from Gangwon 2024.
A small nation had a big presence in the men's free ski halfpipe at Gangwon 2024. Two New Zealand skiers dominated qualifying at the Welly Park ski resort. Finlay Melville-Ives and Luke Harold would be the athletes to beat. In the final, the 10 competitors have 3 runs to perform tricks and flips in front of judges on the halfpipe. The best single score would take gold. Su Xuabing from the People's Republic of China put down a good early run to get himself into the lead. Harold was next to go. The 15-year-old had already won bronze in big air at Gangwon 2024, and he was getting huge height on his run here. Harold produced a pair of 1260 tricks, which is 3.5 rotations in the air. He'd given it everything in the first round. The judges loved Harold's performance, a huge score of 94.25. Over to older teammate and rival Finlay Melville-Ives. Could he get close to Harold's score? The 17-year-old delivered similar 1260 tricks and put down a clean run. He was pleased with his performance. The judges put Melville-Ives second, less than 2 points behind Harold. This was shaping up to be an all-New Zealand battle for gold. Switzerland's Alain Bornet was trying to catch the two Kiwis. His second run was his best so far, and his supporters seemed pleased with it. The judges put Bornet into third place, ahead of Su. The New Zealanders were seemingly in their own private battle for gold. Harold out to improve on his huge score and extend his lead. This time, taking one risk too many. Melville-Ives couldn't improve either, although he did complete his run. So the top two stay ahead, with Bornet now third, above Su. Into the final run, and Bornet was the first of the top 4 to go. His hopes of improving his score ended with this slip on landing. That gave Su an opportunity to get a medal. But this slight error meant the Chinese skier couldn't move ahead of Bornet. Harold up next. New Zealand already certain of gold and silver, but in which order? Harold, at 15, one of the youngest competitors, was in the lead. His final run looked amazing, huge height on his tricks, but then a tiny error. Sitting down on landing here meant Harold couldn't improve his score. Hope for Melville-Ives, who was last to ski. His twin brother Campbell is competing in the snowboard events at Gangwon 2024. Giving in everything for gold, one landing wasn't ideal, but Melville-Ives kept going. And then a bigger slip ensured silver was the best he could do. In the final standings, Borneo beat Sue to bronze, with the two New Zealanders first and second. Harold ahead of Melville Ives by less than 2 points. So bronze went to Alain Borneo, silver to Finlay Melville Ives, and gold won by Luke Harold. Time for a hacker at the halfpipe after New Zealand dominated this event at Gangwon 2024.
It's great. Today was a good battle with them, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. And it's just really amazing to have two people from New Zealand all the way out here on top two steps of the podium.
Yeah, me and Luke trained together. We're in the same team. We have got the same coach, so it's a real special for both of us to be on the top of the podium. And I'm just really stoked for him, and I'm sure he's stoked for me. So it's really cool to have us both up there.
I have no good word for this, but I say it's incredible. It's my dream, and yeah, I'm really happy about that.
The bronze medal game in the women's 6-team ice hockey tournament. Switzerland versus Germany at the Gangneung Hockey Centre. Both teams were beaten in the semi-finals a day earlier. Switzerland with a narrow defeat to Japan, and Germany a heavy loss to Sweden. This was a rematch here after a meeting in the group stage. Switzerland won that 2-1. Some extra motivation for Germany. They started strongly. A golden opportunity. Switzerland's Serena Messikoma was penalised for a trip. That meant a penalty shot for Germany. Zoe Wintgen stepped up. Valentina Kamenzind with the save. That disappointment didn't last long. Germany took the lead, and in some style. Emilia Burka with the shot from distance. The goaltender's view was blocked by a crowd of players. Less than a minute later, Germany had a power play advantage with Switzerland a player short. A quick passing move and captain Teresa Zielinski hit the target. 2-0. Switzerland were reeling. Germany could have extended that 2-goal lead. A 2-0 lead for Germany at the end of the first period. An improvement was needed from Switzerland. When Livia Shannon picked up the puck in the corner, there didn't appear to be any danger. A combination of quick thinking and sloppy defending. Shannon reduced the deficit to 2-1. Hope for the Swiss. They needed a second goal. On a power play, Fausch's shot back had her post covered. Then another power play and a badly timed line change gave Switzerland a 5-on-2 advantage. Again, back with the save. This was better from Switzerland, but they still trailed 2-1. In the third period, Switzerland searched for an equaliser and Germany for a goal to extend their advantage. Somehow, Germany were unable to convert this string of chances. Time was running out for the Swiss. Into the last minute, Switzerland took off their goaltender to give themselves an extra player in attack. It's a high-risk strategy. A slip from Mila Kroll and Weikenhain into the empty net. 3-1, and it was all over. An ice hockey bronze medal at Gangwon 2024 for Germany. Switzerland heartbroken. The final score in the women's bronze medal game, Germany 3, Switzerland 1.
I think you can hear it. I just cheered all the time, all the game, and it's fantastic. But yeah, now I don't have any voice left. It was a roller coaster of emotions, and now to get the bronze medal is the biggest gift you can achieve here, and yeah, it's for us so cool for German ice hockey. Yeah, it's perfect.
The gold medal match in the women's six-team ice hockey tournament was a repeat of the final at the last Winter Youth Olympic Games. Sweden, who had to settle for silver on Lausanne 4 years ago, faced Japan. They were seeking a second successive Games triumph. These sides are evenly matched. Sweden came out on top when they met in the preliminary stages with a penalty shootout victory. And the team in yellow started strongly. Matilda Osterman with a powerful shot, which was saved by Fukuda Suzuno, the Japanese goaltender. Sweden are aiming for a third gold medal in 4 Winter Youth Olympic Games, and Eva Westerlund gave a warning of the power she possesses. It was kept out. Japan could have taken the lead. Okamura Momoka's effort was blocked, and she wasn't able to complete the follow-up. Eventually, Sweden scrambled the puck away. They had survived and then capitalised. Tilda Grillfors has been one of their stars of the games. A great solo move finished in style. She had her 4th goal of Gangwon 2024. The Swedes were in front in the gold medal match. Sweden had just 6 shots, but were making them count. Eva Westerlund wasn't closed down quickly enough. She spotted a chance from range and took it. A great finish. Sweden led 2-0 with a third of the match played. Japan created more chances in the second period. Yamaguchi Nanaho was on target. Tilda Wickman in the Swedish goal kept out that effort. The Swedish goaltender made another good stop soon afterwards. This time she denied Numabi Azumi. Although Japan were pressing, they couldn't find the goal they needed. Whatever Japan threw at Wickman, she was equal to it. Her confidence shown here by a head save from Yamaguchi's shot. Japan had almost double the number of shots on goal to Sweden, but it's all about taking those chances. And early in the third period, the team in yellow took another. A good move from defence set up Nelly Noren. She had the power to beat Fukuda. The perfect start to the third period, and surely too much for Japan to come back from. They badly needed the next goal to have any chance. Udera Omika had a shot, but there was no way through. Still, the Swedish goaltender couldn't be beaten. Japan were not giving up. Twice Yamaguchi was denied by Wickman, here for the second time in the game by her helmet. And when the defending champions were able to beat the Swedish goaltender, the metalwork came to their rescue. Teruchi denied by the post. Japan just couldn't find a way through. With time almost out, they removed their goaltender in a bid to get back into the match. But as often happens, their opponents took advantage of the empty net. Matilda Osterman found the goal from range, and the Swedish celebrations could begin. So Sweden win the Youth Olympic gold medal, thanks to a victory by 4 goals to nothing. They'd avenged the loss in the final 4 years ago and had beaten Japan for the second time at Gangwon 2024. The Japanese were unable to defend their title. The medals were presented to the teams on the ice. The bronze went to Germany, who'd beaten Switzerland in their match earlier in the day. Japan, with that final defeat, won silver. They just failed to take the title at 2 successive games. And the gold medal went to Sweden, and they were worthy Winter Youth Olympic Games champions.
It was really good. I have dreamed about this for like my whole life, so it felt really good I think our team is a real special team because we have always fun with each other, and we give 100% every time, even if we are practicing or have a game or like doing something outside of the rink. Yeah, so that's special.
On shots on goals, I don't think we lost as much, but I think it's the last push to put it in the net. I thought that was kind of weaker than the team Sweden.
Last time we won gold, so our team was going for gold, but we ended up being second place. So I'm not satisfied with this result.
Great curling rivals Canada and Great Britain met in an eagerly anticipated match at Gangwon 2024. The stakes were high with a place in the quarter-finals for the winners. The losers would be out of the competition. The jeopardy added tension to a match which would build to a compelling finish. Canada made a nervous start. Kaylee Locke was hoping for a healthy score by eliminating an opposing yellow from play. She had got it wrong. All she did was remove her own scoring red, handing Great Britain an unexpected point. Britain led 3-2 entering the fifth end. By then, Locke had regained her touch. And this time, she was successful trying to shift a yellow. 2 points for Canada in an evenly balanced match. With the scores tied, stones were bunched together in the penultimate end. A Canadian red was closest by a fraction. Locke needed to be careful. Those 2 precious points gave the Canadians a 6-4 lead. Desperate times for Britain, but they responded magnificently in the last play. 2 of their yellows were closest, and at this stage the game was set for an extra end. With her final throw, Callie Suter had an opportunity to grab the win. She had claimed a 3rd point and completed a dramatic late comeback. Delight for Great Britain, who were through to the quarter-finals. Despair, though, for Canada after losing a thrilling game by 7 points to 6.
It's absolutely amazing. We just can't believe it. It was a game of ups and downs anyway, and both teams had high quality from Canada anyway. They made it tough for us, so very thankful we came out with that win.
It was a duel between 2 nations for the medals in the women's free ski halfpipe. A duo from the People's Republic of China and a pair from the United States of America would do battle. Each skier had 3 runs on the halfpipe to impress the judges. The highest single score would take gold. America's Piper Arnold was the first of the medal contenders to perform. The 16-year-old is already competing on the senior circuit. The Californian skier put down a solid but not spectacular start. Next up, her teammate Catherine Gray, a former junior world champion in this event. Gray gaining a little more elevation or amplitude out of the pipe, something the judges are keen on. Another clean run and Gray went ahead of Arnold. Now for the Chinese challenge. Liu Yushan was first to go, the 16-year-old immediately reaching huge heights above the pipe. Her landings were neat and tidy. This would be a good score. Liu moved into the lead. Her teammate Chen Zihan is only 14 years old, but certainly wasn't daunted by the competition. She attacked the half pipe from the start in a good run. The judges put Chen into second place. After run one, the Chinese pair in control of this event, with the Americans third and fourth. Liu was able to extend her lead in the second run. A similar routine from the 16-year-old, but this time a better score from the judges. A massive 92.25. And Liu was now nearly 10 points clear of teammate Chen heading into the final round, with Gray still in the bronze medal position. The American needed something special on her final run to challenge the Chinese skiers. Gray produced her best effort, but it wasn't enough to move her into silver.
Catherine Gray from the United States of America.
Leader Liu didn't improve in her final run either, which gave her younger teammate one more chance to win. At just 14 years old, Chen had to go big to get gold.
Third run.
She was looking strong going into her final trick. That fall guaranteed Liu would be the gold medalist. China first and second, with America third and fourth in this event. So bronze for Catherine Gray, silver goes to Chen Zihan, and gold and the Youth Olympic title awarded to Liu Yishan. China conquering the women's halfpipe.
I feel it's an honor for my country, for myself as well. When I listen to the Chinese anthem sounding here, I feel very proud. I had seen this on the TV when I was young, and now I have done it myself.
I have been training for a long time for this moment. When I heard the Chinese anthem on the podium, I felt very emotional, and it's an honor for my country, and I felt very passionate.
It's very satisfying. I wanted to walk away with at least one and get it on the last event. Super stoked.
Brazil and Turkey were making their final appearance at Gangwon 2024. These emerging curling nations had entertained spectators at Gangneung Curling Centre, with Brazil still looking for an opening victory. Turkey began brightly. Berat Aybar had an opposing red firmly in his sights. Now Turkey had three of their yellows in the circle and a 3-0 lead. With a red already in a prime spot, Brazil were aiming to capitalise in the next end. Julia Gentili just needed to place her last stone alongside it. The stone was too strong, a mistake which meant Brazil had to be content with just 1 point. Turkey fancied another 3-point haul in the following play. With the red removed, it was mission accomplished for Aybar. His side led 6-2. A break in play enabled the Brazilian team to receive advice from coach Isis Oliveira. She saw curling for the first time while watching the Olympic Winter Games in Vancouver on television in 2010. Back then, Guilherme Melo and Julia Gentili had no idea that 14 years on, they'd be representing their country at an international sports event. After previous defeats, neither nation could progress in the tournament. There was a welcome 2 points here for Brazil, although they never seriously challenged Turkey, who took firm control in the 7th end. Only Turkish yellows occupied the zone, leaving Derya Ekmeksi with a routine task. Four points for Turkey, and there was no way back for Brazil, beaten 10 points to 5. Both would exit the competition. In the final group standings, Great Britain and Czechia qualified from Group A. The United States and Sweden progressed from Group B. In Group C, the People's Republic of China and Japan took the top 2 places. While in Group D, Denmark and Germany progressed, with Switzerland unlucky to miss out.
The last day of ice hockey at Gangwon 2024. In the men's 6-team tournament, Canada met Finland in the bronze medal game. It was set to be a thrilling contest. Canada had to pick themselves up physically and emotionally after a dramatic 6-5 semi-final shootout defeat to the United States of America. Finland were looking to avoid losing the bronze medal match for the 3rd Winter Youth Olympic Games in a row. When the teams met in the group phase, Canada were comfortable 4-1 winners. Here, they started as if their pride had been stung by that loss to the USA. Alessandro Di Iorio picked up the loose puck to score his 6th goal at these games. 31 seconds later, Tynan Lawrence following up for the rebound off the goaltender's pads. 2-0. There was no respite for the Finns. This time just 12 seconds had passed when Keaton Verhoef found the net. Canada were flying, Finland in free fall, 3-0. At last, a reaction from Finland. Leitinen with the simplest of finishes, 3-1. It was non-stop action. Now a pinpoint shot from Luka Arko had Finland right back in the game. What a first period. There could have been even more goals. As it was, Canada led 3-2. But that lead was precarious. In the second period, both teams had opportunities to score. Finland were building relentless pressure. Something had to give. Wilma Kallio's persistence eventually rewarded. 3-3. A bronze medal match, but the quality was of the highest order. 2 penalties meant Finland had a 5-on-3 player advantage on the ice. Karkkonen was in the right place at the right time. 4 unanswered goals for Finland, and they led 4-3. The third period couldn't maintain that breathless pace. But there was time for one more twist. Ryan Lynn's pass, Mathis Preston with the goal. The game level at 4-4. The bronze medal would be decided by a penalty shootout. Finland's Elis Öreinen scored. Then Preston's shot was saved by goaltender Lamy. When Matthias Miliniemi converted in off the post, the pressure was on Canada's Adam Valentini. He had to score. He couldn't. Lamy was Finland's hero. A remarkable comeback from 3-0 down to a penalty shootout win. A bronze medal for Finland after missing out on a medal at the last 2 Winter Youth Olympic Games. Canada would leave frustrated. a 5-4 penalty shootout win for Finland.
It feels amazing. We were losing 3-0 and came back and won in the shootout. So very nice team, big heart and very good feeling. We have the team spirit and heart to play for each other, and I think that's the best attribute of us.
I mean, we're obviously disappointed for not making it to the gold medal game, but I mean, we had a chance to win a medal today and we didn't come up strong.
The gold medal match of the men's 6-team ice hockey tournament was a rematch of one of the best group games at Gangwon 2024. Czechia, who are playing in their first Winter Youth Olympic Games, faced the United States of America. Czechia won in a penalty shootout when their preliminary match was tied after regulation time. The USA had come from behind to beat Canada in a penalty shootout after an exhilarating semi-final the previous day. And the team in white started the stronger. Schaefer, Gordon, Carroll had their best early chance, but Jan Larish in the Czechia goal wasn't to be beaten. The teams had virtually the same number of shots on goal in the first period. David Hook brought the USA goaltender Xavier Wendt into action. The Czechs needed some desperate defence work to stay level, as Aurelio Garcia just couldn't find a way through. But there was an infringement, and it meant Czechia played the next 90 seconds with one player fewer. And they paid for it. Good puck movement stretched the defence, and Mikey Burchild fired home. His third goal of the games had put his side ahead in the battle for the gold medal. With just a minute left in the first period, the lead was almost extended. Logan Stewart showed great control and came back inside, but again the Czechia goal was covered. The team in red picked up their game in the second period. Peter Hannes couldn't find a way past Wendell. At the other end, Parker Trottier set up JP Hobart. The shot was blocked and eventually gathered. That was a warning that the USA could extend their lead, and Hobart was the man of the moment as he came from behind the goal to score. Questions asked about the lack of a challenge on him. Czechia had come from 2 goals down in the group match against the USA, and they needed to score the next to have a chance of doing it again. Lucas Katchlier's powerful strike almost got through, but not quite. A mistake almost led to a third goal for the USA. Cole Bumgarner closed in on Larish, but his shot came off the post. That would have provided a real safety net as the game entered the last 10 minutes. The clock was running down as Czechia had a double chance. Jakub Vanacek had his shot blocked, and the follow-up from Petr Tomek was kept out too. This wasn't their day. As a few seconds later, Trottier did the hard work to get behind the Czechia defence, and his layback was beautifully finished by Burchild. His second of the game, and the USA were heading for victory. A comeback was asking too much. Zane Torrey stepped up to add a fourth and final goal. Victory when it mattered, and the group stage defeat was now a distant memory. watch the United States win the Winter Youth Olympic title, having lost in the final 4 years ago. Special moments for these youngsters, memories from Gangwon 2024, which will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Czechia were beaten in the final of their first ever games. The score was 4-0, a comprehensive team performance. The medals were presented to the teams on the ice. The bronze went to Finland, who'd beaten Canada in their match earlier in the day. Czechia, with that final defeat, had performed excellently for silver. And the gold medal went to the United States of America, their second gold in 4 stagings of this event. They were able to celebrate being Winter Youth Olympic Games champions.
You know, it means the world. Started a couple weeks ago, our process, we called it the gold medal process, and from day one, this has been our goal. So, I mean, it means the world to achieve it with our group as a team, and get the win today was amazing.
Just amazing team effort. I mean, words can't describe the emotions right now. It's just an amazing feeling for us to lose to them earlier in the tournament, be able to bounce back. It's just an amazing feeling.
Was there a sense of revenge tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely on our minds. They had our number in the first game, so you know we wanted to bounce back and obviously come away with the gold medal, but also get a little bit of revenge.
History was made at the Alpensia resort as it hosted the first Olympic mixed team competition in Nordic combined. 2 women and 2 men from the same country compete in ski jumping and cross country. The best combined scores would win, with all performances to count. Norway is known as the Olympic powerhouse of this multidiscipline event. 3 jumps over 100 metres underlined their dominance. This one from Ingrid Latte was the longest by any woman in the ski jumping stage. An impressive 105 metres secured valuable points for her team. Also with 3 plus 100 jumps was Finland. Emily Kutila scored highly on style and distance to help secure silver position for now. Whistling to calm himself before his turn, Manuel Sonona of Italy produced the best jump of the day. ...111 metres, propelling his team into 3rd place. Norway were in a commanding position ahead of the cross-country stage. The rankings after the ski jumping determined the order and start times for the 3.3k relay. Points were converted into time differences. Every single point was worth a 1-second advantage. Norway led out, Sverre Kumar Lundby taking strongly to the course at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre with a 13-second lead. Finland and Italy starting almost together in their pursuit of the leader. Nordic combined is an event of 2 halves. Strengths often lie in one discipline or the other. David Legel of Austria excelled on the skis, moving his team up the standings with every athlete he caught.
Next is Austria, handing over
By the first changeover, his team were in 2nd place. Norway struggled to maintain their lead. The tussles continued throughout. All top 5 teams were in medal contention. Positions continually changing as the race developed. By the 4th and final changeover, Finland were out at the front. Slovenia, who started the relay in 6th, were challenging them for gold.
They started at 6th place. This is amazing.
Italy in 3rd was locked in a battle with Austria for bronze. Tucking down in the final stages, Finland was first to appear. Peter Räisänen checked behind him before cruising home to take the honours. His relaxed celebrations were in stark contrast to those of his waiting teammates. Slovenia powered home to claim the silver, before a stylish finish by the Italians, delighted to secure bronze for the team. After a thrilling relay, the final standings showed that Norway, who'd led so impressively following the ski jumping stage, had to settle for fifth. Austria had faded in the final stages to finish fourth overall, just out of the medals this time. So it was Italy with bronze in this inaugural event. Slovenia leaping onto the podium to take silver, and proudly standing in gold medal position, Finland, youth Olympic champions in the team Nordic combined.
Of course, I think it's a good performance in the cross-country part, and I think we're very strong in there. And of course, we had a good positive vibe for the whole day, and I think it helps us a lot.
We just want to show what we can do, and it's great.
How would you describe today's competition?
Not so good in hill, but we run really fast, and our skis is so perfect and fast, and we jump into second place.
Yeah, it was quite hard. We managed to do well, although we could have done better probably.
The medal contenders in curling's mixed doubles event were down to 8 countries from a start list of 24. 2 of the hopefuls, the People's Republic of China and Sweden, met in a fascinating quarter-final tie. A fast start over the 8 ends was key, and Sweden enjoyed exactly that. They did get a helping hand though. China's Xu Bokang was trying to disrupt 3 opposing yellows. Xu had struck his own guard. A costly error and an open invitation for Maya Roxin with her last stone. China had conceded 4 points, but things would improve. 1 red lingered near the middle. Xu wanted to provide some company. A fine response from the Chinese, who had halved the deficit. Sweden, though, were always in control. China struggled to catch them. Jonathan Meyerson rolled in this beauty in the 6th end to keep the Swedes on top. They led 8-3 with only 2 ends remaining. China made the scoreline more respectable after Gong Chang-Yuting showed her class. Pushing one of her reds closer for a 3-point gain. But it was too little, too late, as Sweden secured victory by 9 points to 6 to set up a semi-final meeting with Great Britain. Czechia's mixed doubles quarter-final tie against the United States of America had the makings of a classic encounter, and it would live up to its billing. The USA had been flawless so far at Gangwon 2024, winning all 5 group matches. Czechia had also impressed, suffering just the 1 defeat. The United States made the first move, and what a delightful play by Ella Wendling. An opposing red rested between two of her yellows. With the help of deflections, that red had gone, and the Americans had nudged into the lead. Czechia won the next 3 ends, all by a single point. This delicate throw by Ondřej Blaha was the pick of the action from the 4th end. He knew he had done well. Blaha and Yuli Zelling-Grover are not just teammates. They're also good friends on and off the ice. By the 5th end, the Americans were level. 1 point became 2 when Wendling curled this delicious shot into the scoring circle. The contest was very much alive. Any mishap at this stage would be costly, as Zelling-Grover was to find out. A big part of the scoring circle was empty, and yet she had misjudged her last effort by a tiny but crucial margin. She would, however, soon make amends. In the 7th end, the Czechs' touch and timing were immaculate. Four massive points and a change in momentum as Czechia surged into a 7-4 lead. The USA needed something special in the final end. With 3 scoring yellows, they were already guaranteed an extra end. Wendling went for glory. Superb execution, and the United States had clinched a memorable 8-7 victory over Czechia. They moved on to a semi-final tie with Denmark.
I'm still shaking. That's insane. That was crazy. It was such a great game. Like, it was back and forth the whole way, and I mean, that was insane. Yeah.
What's it like emotionally when it comes down to that last stone?
It's so nerve-wracking, but like I know Benji's got the sweep, and I can put it in his hands. He's got it. It's just still shaking. It's crazy.